The universe is saying today to you to give yourself permission to trust your own decisions. Trust your own decisions. Because there's a power in conviction. When you convince yourself into what you're doing that it is working. When you decide that what you set yourself up to will work out because you've decided that it will work out. When you give all your power back to you and you remind yourself, I allow myself to create a life that I choose to create to myself, for myself. When you convince yourself that it's all working out, you stop feeling worry and doubt and overthinking and analyzing when something will happen, because you know that your life depends on your attitude, your life depends on your actions, your life depends on what you give, what you put out, what you give out, what you create, right? So the universe is reminding you, believe in you, believe in your own decisions. Believe in your own decisions, my friends. I came here today to give you a message related to conviction, and I want to share with you 5 powerful reminders that will pull or allow you or help you to pull all your energy back into you and then invest it into what matters. Because in one of my previous videos I said to you, don't focus so much on time, focus on energy, focus on how you're investing your energy. There was a time in my life when I've started painting and I said to myself, I will make a success out of it. I will make it happen. I will become a successful artist. And the meaning of a successful artist for me was to make a living, to be financially free out of doing what I love. That was the meaning of success for me. So I've decided that I will make it happen. And therefore, when people ask me, is your art selling? Is anyone even buying art these days? I was like, I can't believe how many people are actually interested into buying my work. How many people are coming to me and asking me if my work is for sale. And well, at that time my work was not selling well. Actually, there was a time when I was selling my paintings for 20 euros. And then I've noticed it's not even enough to buy new colors. So I raised the price until 50 euros. And then people who were buying my paintings for 20 euros disappeared. 50 was too much for them. And I've noticed, okay, the same people who are buying very cheap stuff will not buy a bit more expensive stuff. So I've recognized, okay, maybe I'm not targeting the right people. And I needed to notice, okay, what I need to change first. I need to change the way I see my worth first. I need to value myself more. And that was the first conviction. I said to myself, I'm worthy of so much more than 20 euros, right? I'm worthy of so much more than 20 euros. And some of you may find you at a place where you need to set your worth right. Set your worth right. That's how you check yourself. You know what it means to set your worth right? It means that if you say this is worth 1,000 of euros, like, I don't know, 3,000 of euros, and someone comes to you and say, hey, I will give you 500, you're like, no, this is 2,000. Someone comes to you and say, I will give you 1,000, and you're like, no, this is 2,000. And your mind will go, hey, this guy would give me 1,000. But you're like, no, 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 this is 2,000. Someone will come to you and say, I will give you 800. And you're like, no, this is 2,000, my friend. This is 2,000. And then someone will come, will not even ask you for price. That person will say, I love your work so much. I love your work so much. And you will say, this is 2,000, my friend. And that guy will say, or woman, I don't know, will say, well, I just love it. Here you go. So that's what happens when you start valuing yourself, when you convince yourself that you're worthy of so much more than what your scarcity or scared or worried mentality would say. This is conviction, my friend. I want to show you something. When you make a firm decision, your mind, actions, and energy stop hesitating and begin organizing around that new truth. When you make a firm decision, your mind, actions, and energy stop hesitating, right? So what does it mean? Well, when you decide that you're worthy of so much more, when you decide that you will overcome this habit, when you decide that you will change your job, when you decide that you will move to a new place, when you decide that this is over for you, it's over. It's not turning back. It's not trying for 1 week. It's not trying for a few days. No, it's over. It's over because you've decided. That's why if you go into ancient teachings, some say burn the bridges, burn the ships, burn the option for returning back. This is the decision, right? The decision means you don't try today and then tomorrow you stop. No, it means that you haven't decided. It means you haven't made up your mind yet. If you haven't made up your mind, then someone else is making your mind because you allow them to. If you're not in control of your mind, someone else will be. Algorithms, marketing, your boss, your parents, whoever. You need to decide that you are in control of your mind, and therefore you're in control of your decisions. And when you're in control of your decisions, well, there's power to it, right? There's responsibility to it. Your future self depends on you right now. Your future self is looking at you right now and is saying, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, I'm here. Everything is possible, but you need to decide. Like, I've already made it. I've made all of that, but you need to decide right now to come to here. This is the power of decision. When you decide, your body posture changes, your voice, the way you speak, even the frequency of your voice changes. The way you carry yourself through the day changes. You don't fall down into worries because you've decided that you're powerful. You've decided that you are the creator of your life, that whatever dreams and goals you have, well, working on it is a decision. Not working on it is a decision as well, but those are two different timelines. One is taking you towards it, the other one is taking you away from it, right? Sometimes people have troubles. We all have troubles sometimes, right? I have troubles as well. And sometimes they are quite annoying because we recognize, okay, I know what I have to do, but then I don't do it. Why I'm not doing it? Because it's more convenient not to do it than to do it. Because to do it means to change, right? We need to change what's familiar for something new. And something new is often something hard because it's unknown. We haven't designed the pattern yet. And pattern happens through repetition. So what does it mean? Well, actually your brain was formed the way it is today through repetition. You got a thought. Thought was repeated to you. Hey, you're no one. Hey, you're no one. You see, you're no one. You see, you failed because you're no one. Who do you think you are? And that kind of repetition turned into a belief. What is belief? Belief is emotionally charged thought. So you started believing that you're no one or something like that. It all happened to us. Like we all have been through this kind of different conditioning. We're not here to blame that. We're here to recognize repetition build us, right? What makes water powerful? Stronger than rocks. What makes water stronger than rocks? Through repetition makes water stronger than rocks because as it moves, as it flows, as it doesn't stop, right? It doesn't stop. It shapes rocks. Why? Because it didn't stop. When you don't stop walking towards something greater, eventually it shapes you. You become great and then great life happens to you. It happened to you because firstly you became great through repetition. Through repetition you become great, my friend, come on. Do you know that? Because I'm sure you've experienced this before. Through repetition you became great. Athletes became great through repetition. This is common sense, but it's not common. When we look around, we see it's not common. Why it's not common? Because it's just easier not to do it. It's much easier not to make a decision because we're scared to make the wrong decision. Oh, we're scared to make the wrong decision. Why? Well, because we think there is a wrong decision. We have a belief that there is a wrong decision, but there is no wrong decisions. No, look at everything as a lesson that can be learned. You can burn yourself, but then you will never put a finger into a fire again, right? You can say a wrong thing sometimes, but then you will never say that thing again. You can do something out of reaction, and then the next time you will do it wiser. So the point is, it's all a lesson. Stop fearing making a wrong decision because there is no wrong decision. Just start doing it. Just start making bigger decisions. Start aiming higher. Raise your standards, my friend, because you were not made to live a small life. You're designed to live a great life. Yes, let me share something new to you. People in life respond to what you embody, not just what you think or hope for. It's what you embody, right? When you embody a decision, when you embody a conviction, when you say to yourself, I'm a great artist, live like that. How great artists are living. They're confident. They have self-worth. They have great productivity routines. They have morning routines where they set themselves up for the day. They work hard and then they relax. They play a lot. What about playfulness? You see, all these different ingredients create a delicious meal. Yeah, a delicious meal, my friend, is made out of many important ingredients, just in a right amount. That's how we do it. Just the right amount of routines, just the right amount of confidence, just the right amount of self-worth. It can be too much. Like sometimes you think, there's overconfidence where you are carrying yourself like you know everything, but then life teaches you to humble yourself. But just the right amount of confidence, because if you're not confident at all, you will always feel like a victim. So you need to build your confidence. You need to build up yourself a little bit and strengthen yourself, but just the right amount. There's the right amount of hard work, and then there's the right amount of rest. If there's too much of hard work, it may lead to exhaustion. If there's too much of rest, it may lead to passivity. You become passive. So there's just the right amount to everything, and to find the right amount is, well, how great chefs are made. Through repetition, my friend. Through repetition and learning from our own mistakes. That's how we do it. So if you're wondering why your life is not great yet, hey, think again. Your life is already great, but because you haven't repeated this mentality, you think it's not. So you see what's not great instead of what is becoming great. You are becoming great. Have you missed the point? My friend, you're the point. The point was always you, because you're the point of attention. For you, not to focus on you, but to focus from you outside. So you're the center of your attention from where you look outside. So the point is that you notice everything shapes you. But if you focus on what is missing, it is shaping you into someone who notices more things that are missing. When you focus on what is becoming great, you become greater. Why? Because things that are becoming great just reflect back to you the greatness that is awakening inside of you. Like when I'm seeing that my art is improving, and you just see my latest painting here, it's called Between the Worlds. When I see that my paintings are improving, I also see that a part of me is improving, because maybe I have a better eye for detail. Maybe my imagination is strengthening, so I can see even greater images in my mind's eye. And also my skill is improving, so I can bring that image into the world. And also my trust is improving, so I trust that I will be able to do the right thing. Like, painting a man and this backpack and the books and earths and all of that. I see all of this is improving because I've improved myself, and this just adds up to my confidence and to my self-worth. Now I know I can't sell that for 20 euros and not for 50 euros and not for 100 euros. I can price it way higher because I know what it took to get me here. So you see, partially we made up the worth and confidence, but then through results and through the feedback, it adds up, it starts compounding, and then it becomes very, very authentic. So you see, even authenticity is not built through just meditating, or it's not made in one day. To discover your authentic nature means that you keep returning to it through repetition. Yeah, that's how it works. So let me show you something else. Certainty in outcome creates space for unexpected paths to unfold. Your job is belief, not control. So you need to believe in the outcome rather than trying to control it. You need to believe in your worth rather than trying to control everything outside of you, so they would say to you, hey, you're so worthy. No, you need to show up as someone who is reflecting that, who is radiating that. And then other people will notice that. It's not even for other people to notice it, it's just for you, believing that that outcome is possible because you decided that that outcome is possible. Like, I never questioned if this will work because I've decided so firmly. And even today, I never question if my dream will work. I have bigger dreams now, my friend. I hope you are having bigger dreams as well. It's not about, for the sake of making it, for the sake of creating new things. Outcomes don't matter. It's for us constantly experimenting, constantly gaining new knowledge, constantly meeting maybe new people or just new events, new experiences, whatever it is, because we are here to inform ourselves. We are here to learn and to stretch ourselves, to strengthen ourselves, to learn to become more adaptable, to learn to become more, more playful, right? Playfulness happens when we are constantly exposed to new things. That's why kids are so playful. They don't hold on to knowledge. They actually explore through curiosity. That's how playfulness is born. That's why art is such a playful activity, because we don't know where it will take us, but we have a goal. So it's not we're aimless. We have a goal, but then we play with what is present right now to get there in the most unfamiliar way. This is the art of living. You have a goal, but not necessarily you will reach exactly what you've decided. Through unfamiliar and new ways that will present themselves to you, not by waiting them, but by constantly doing something, you will get there. This is how it works. This is the art of living. The art of surrender, but taking aligned action. Sometimes people are like, if I surrender too much, then I don't do anything and things should just find me. No. You live in 3 different planes. One is mental, you decide. right? You decide, you have a vision, you have a goal, and you decide. Then there's the spiritual plane, which means you are supported. There are forces that are constantly working through you, like a river. They are moving you. And more you trust them, more you have faith into that, more you have spiritual connection and relationship with it. And then there's the physical plane that says cause and effect. What you do creates effects. So when you look your life right now, you only see what you've done. You only see the result of your own mental attitude, trust, and what you've done physically. So when things are not working out, it's often because we are not working out in alignment. You know, sometimes we, as I said before, we mentally say we'll do this, but then physically we do that. What is that, my friend? This is not alignment, this is misalignment. You are aiming here but going there. No, that's not how we do it. We aim here and we go there. We go into the same direction. This is like laser, right? And then you have trust it will work out because you've decided. You see, you are the creator. The source, God, made you so you can play its role to be the creator, to be God here in this dimension. All great teachers from the past reminded us that, right? Buddha, Jesus, any other one that you admire or look towards him, look up to him, they all reminded us the same thing. We are the creators here. So we need to learn to use this capacity. Let me remind you of something even more powerful. True confidence comes from self-trust, not external proof. You don't wait to feel certain, you choose to. You don't wait to feel certain, you choose to, right? What does it mean? Well, you choose, from now on I will walk in confidence. From now on I will walk in certainty. From now on I live in faith, not mentally, wholly, holistically, right? Yes, mentally, but also emotionally, but also physically. This is called spiritual life, where all these three planes are aligned, coherent. This is spiritual life. Spiritual life is not having some beliefs. It's not praying. It's not meditating. It's not hoping. Spiritual life is aligning yourself in these three different planes. And when you do that, you accomplish the great work. Your reality becomes the outcome of that alignment. It doesn't happen overnight. It happens through repetition. Like rocks are shaped through repetition. So eventually all things you've envisioned will happen because you are making it happen through alignment. Yes, sometimes you fall out of alignment. Sometimes you do things in misalignment, but you will see the results of that because things will not work out the way you've intended. And you will see that sometimes things will work even against you because you've created too big of a separation between your intention and your action. And therefore, there was no trust. Because how can there be trust if you're constantly betraying yourself? Just a reminder, some of you are not doing that. I know some of you are incredibly powerful already, but maybe I'm speaking this to those of you who need to hear it, to those of you who need this message. My friend, hear me. I will give you another one, very powerful reminder. Transformation begins the moment you decide to embody a new standard, not when circumstances change. When you choose to embody a new standard, my friend, how can you embody a new standard? Well, firstly, look at your present standards. Look at your present standards and see what you're tolerating. And only when you decide that you will stop tolerating what's not in alignment with you, you will start tolerating something else. Only when you decide, okay, I don't tolerate this amount of income, I don't tolerate this kind of disrespect, I don't tolerate this kind of attitudes, I don't tolerate not sticking up to my routines or habits, I don't tolerate this amount of laziness, or I don't tolerate this brain fog, or I don't tolerate this state of health. Only when you stop tolerating it, you will do something about it. That's why people need wake-up calls, right? And wake-up calls are many times painful and challenging, because otherwise they would not be wake-up calls, right? So there's a reason they're called wake-up calls, because a situation became so heavy and painful that we needed to change, that we needed to do something about it. Sometimes people complain over and over and over again because they are not truly willing to change. When they are willing to change, they don't complain anymore. Now they only think about possibilities, and they put a lot of work into it because they know that they deserve it. So they start deserving, they feel worthy of a higher standard. And when we feel worthy of a higher standard, we start doing something about it. So when I've raised standards for my income, for example, I've stopped doing what I've been doing before for lower income. I quitted my job. I quitted the job that didn't pay me well. And I've asked myself, okay, what kind of activities are making same amount of money as my previous job? And I've erased them. I said, this is not in my field anymore. So I've asked myself what has for me unlimited possibility for income. And I've recognized, oh, well, doing something on my own. Open your company. Start, well, I was called to make art, so start doing art. Start doing a lot of it. And do it great. Do great art. Do something that's inspired by a vision, not something that's a copy. Don't do copies. So that's what I've started doing. And then I've recognized, okay, the source of unlimited abundance is actually the source of unlimited ideas. So I've started noticing what ideas are truly empowering to me, what ideas truly speak to me, and I've initiated each idea. Each idea that found me, I've initiated it. And then I've noticed through experimenting what resonates the most with me, what kind of work, what kind of lifestyle, what kind of expressions resonate with me the most. And I've been playing, and I'm still playing all the time. I'm constantly experimenting to see what kind of life aligns with me the most. You see, not being afraid to make mistakes is the great lesson here. So many times people are afraid to do the first step because, as I said before, they are afraid to make mistake. But, well, when we do many mistakes, we gain a lot of wisdom. And then people ask us how we've done it. Well, through this and that and that and that. And there I've hurt myself, there I've burned myself, there I've been scammed, and so on and so on. But now I'm wise, and now I'm abundant, and now I'm free because of all of that. We don't discover great ideas just like that. Like, we all have so many ideas, but not all ideas are great. So we need to experiment, right? But once again, transformation begins the moment you decide to embody a new standard, not when circumstances change. So be reminded of that. Don't wait for the circumstances to change. Embody that change. Embody that standard that you hold for you. Because the universe or God or life, whatever you choose to say, doesn't really matter because it's all the same thing. When you decide that this is my standard, financial freedom is my standard, incredible vital health is my standard, love for life is my standard, passion for life is my standard, then you will look for ways, you will invest into things that will help you to get yourself there. You will stop buying stuff that's in alignment with your old standard, and you will start investing into what's aligned with the new standard. You will start embodying habits and lifestyle that's in alignment with that new standard. And you will start doing and living as a person that has already mastered it. And that's how you master it through time. That's how it works, my friends. Well, I will leave you here. I hope you found great value today. And to anyone who would like to get a deeper insight into this painting, go into AttractPassion.com or the link in the description of this video, and you will find all the description there. I will also make a video about it and the story behind it, so stay tuned. And if you would like to get a print of it, well, go onto AttractPassion.com and you will find prints in different sizes. The original one goes out as well, so go and check it out. And till next time, one love.